folks, Justin here. We're going to hop onto the ladder, currently sitting in Legend 134, with our latest version of the Scout deck. This is our Hist Scout deck. Deck list is on the left. Not quite sure this is the definitive list we'll be using, but this is what I've been coming up with. Looks like the cat has decided to join us over here. Playing against Satan64. That is the much less popular, at least with the families, gaming console released in the 90s. We'll keep Ungulum. We will throw back our 5-drops. Cool. You may notice Varanus Courier. It's the first time I've run this in a scout list, and I'm kind of, I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you. A lot of the times it's great. Sometimes it's pretty not great. But I kind of wanted to just play a more defensive deck, focus on getting out our massive creatures. And yeah, so let's see here. We're going to throw down the Thieves Guild Recruit over here so that we can put the Varanus Courier into the Shadow Lane to oppose whatever our opponent's doing. And then follow that up potentially with Crushing Blow, potentially with Moonlight Werebat, or potentially even Preserve the Root if the situation calls for it. Interesting. Well, we're in no rush. I mean, even if we are playing against some sort of control deck, which, I mean, it was not what I was expecting against Crusader, actually. But even if we are playing against some sort of control deck, I think the move is still just sort of take our time. No play from our opponent. So we will just develop our Werebat. We will do it in the field lane so that we can surprise defender, or surprise guard up the Shadow Lane if he decides to start pushing over there. Okay. Now in this instance, well, that was a great draw. I'm kind of tempted to Murkwater Witch, throw that in there, go face, and then decide how to use my 4 Magicka. We will Witch over here, so that we're starting to protect that lane from incursion from our opponent. And we will start with the Assassin, I believe, and then also lay down the Courier. So our opponent is going to want to, pile over here now if they plan on trying to race back. We will respond by laying down Preserve of the Root, of course. Probably should consider playing around cards like... That's interesting. Probably should consider playing around cards like Dawn's Wrath. Or Clan Captain, though, suggests that my opponent just had a really slow start. And is playing from behind. Okay, we will start with Thieves Guild Recruit. We have Varanus Courier. We are just going to go ahead and develop Preserver of the Root. Pretty well positioned in both lanes. This is interesting. I just recorded a video about Immolating Blast. Okay. Did not see that come. I just recorded a video where I talked about knowing if you're the aggressor or the reactive player. That was a great example. This is a great example. This game is of us. We'll just keep that as our only creature over here so we can play around in future Immolating Blast. This game has been a good example of what it's like to start playing as the defender and being, forced basically to pivot to being the aggressor very rapidly because your opponent's hand is just not working out for him. So, Blood Magic Lord is the only play unless we draw a 3rd Crushing Blow. Should be pretty close to just finishing this game off. Got a Gargoyle. Got 6 direct damage in hand. Our opponent's at 7. What do we have coming up next? Okay. Alright, that's game. Actually, it's not necessarily a game. Our opponent could... Well, now it's game. This is the safest way because we don't have to break any runes to kill our opponent. I was going to say our opponent could be running healing potion, but didn't have any opportunity to do that. I have to say, congratulations, Satan, on playing something interesting. I was glad to see a Crusader mid-ranger control deck like that. That was a quick game, and you guys have been asking for longer videos, so we're going to go ahead and play another one real quick. Hopefully real quick. Could end up being a really grindy match, but I've been very satisfied with how my new version of the Scout deck is working out, playing against Snacksy Man. Champion of the Arena, Breton Avatar, playing Archer, rank 17 Legend, so this might be a tough one for us. We'll keep Crushing Blow for early removal against our opponent's creatures. Thorn Hist Mage. We do have the Elixir, which is nice, especially with this deck, but we will see what happens. We might just get overrun, unfortunately. Let's see what our opponent has for us. We have an answer to a Pilfer creature. Nothing. So we will develop Tree Minder. We will put it into the Shadow Lane to encourage our opponent into the Field Lane, where we will throw down our Thorn Hist Mage. Okay, House Kinsman. Not a problem. Put that over there so we are less at risk of it being hit with a finish off this turn. Obviously, he could still go that arrow thing that draws him a card. It's not a problem. We have an answer to that. We don't have an answer to two of them, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a bummer. Well, we could Shadowfen Priest this. Our opponent's going to get a trigger Soul Rest Marshal next turn, unfortunately. The double Fighters Guild Recruit draw is quite potent against us. I think we will just Shadowfen Priest this, swing like this. This is a bad turn for us. Our opponent had more reactive cards in the hand than usual, and so we didn't have the opportunity to make much work with that, unfortunately. Okay. Markarth Bannerman. No good answer to that either in hand, because we silenced that. Well, we are in a world of hurt. I don't really want to play anything besides Nahag Leave, because I don't want to... I want to be able to develop Red Brahmin or Blood Magic Lord next turn. Windkeep Spellsword into Crushing Blow doesn't do much. Nahag Leave just dies. So I think this is our best play. Didn't play the Crushing Blow because I'm not super concerned with that creature right now. But yeah, this is bad. This is definitely bad. What's next? So we need to remember that two of the cards in his hand are little 1/1 fellers with charge. Nord Firebrand, this is all fine. Yep. We are going to Red Brahmin that lane to keep the Bannerman from getting any more value. We are behind in life, unfortunately, so his Jarls and Marshals will trigger away. Raiding Party. Okay. Into finish off, maybe? That's alright. I think we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. Preserver the Root. Nahag Leave. Now, I kind of want to just develop Blood Magic Lord. This could be a mistake, but I think that getting this guy online and on the board is... I mean, we're not catching up to him as far as Jarl and Marshal triggers go either way, so... kind of like getting him developed. See if our opponent tries to answer that and expends more of their resources doing so. We are at a reasonably healthy life total, too. Shadow Shift, okay. Interesting. Thieves Guild Recruit, also an interesting move from our opponent. Okay, our opponent goes face. We draw a House Kinsman. They have that Pterodactyl to just start pressuring us. Moonlight Werebat. Okay. Well, we have 2 Shadowfen Priests in hand, so what I'm going to do is I'd like to get another Blood Magic spell. That's pretty good. We're going to Crushing Blow that. And it seems likely our opponent has a finish off or a Leaf Lurker for that, but that's okay. We got quite a bit of value. Corpse Curse is probably the... I mean, it's hard to say which is more valuable than the others, but Corpse Curse, not bad. I have to assume part of the reason he put these guys over here is so he could trigger damage on this and Leaf Lurker it down. Tazcat, okay. Interesting. So, let's just fill our lanes with guard creatures. I would guess that in the longer this game goes, the better it is for us. We probably still have a Leaf Lurker. But this plays around finish off better, obviously, and that's why I put it over here. Varanus Courier. Earthbone Spinner, okay. And now they're making their push. Okay. So I'm going to do this. And turn the tables on them, pivoting from defender to aggressor. This also protects that from a charge creature, although obviously not from a Leaf Lurker or a finish off. The second Corpse Curse could allow us to push even more damage. I would have preferred, of course, to silence the Varanus Courier, but I didn't have the magicka to pull that off. This game's still live, though, for sure. Okay. Leaf Lurker? That would be my guess. Belligerent Giant. Interesting. Okay. So I think we're just going to go face and shackle his lane again, actually. It's hard to imagine how this doesn't work out. We will Preserver, Werebat, Shackle. Alright. If we die now, I mean, credit to my opponent, because I'm not sure how that could happen. But if it does, hats off to him. Okay. Snake Tooth Necklace. That's one way we don't win this turn. $14 now from what our opponent's at. This could be challenging. Okay. That and a finish off to follow up could be really bad for us. Because we do not have lethal. Okay. So the game is still live. Did not see the snake tooth necklace coming, I have to say. And a Murkwater Witch. Alright. And more. Nord Firebrand. Alright. Good for our opponent. I think we're probably just dead, actually. Okay. So we're going to silence this. Leaf Lurker. This. Murkwater Witch. This. Okay. Well, this is a close one for sure. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. Tazcat is down, but pterodactyls are always live. Yeah. Interesting to see what happens next. Giant bat. Okay, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. It's in Sheogorath's hands now. Alright. Okay. Okay. Another Murkwater Witch. Yep, that'll keep us off lethal. Varanus Courier. It's not looking good. House Kinsman's not going to do it either. They only have 7 on board, but they've got some life gain and some draws, unfortunately. We are going to put that there. We have 6 damage on board. The pterodactyl is now lethal. The only prophecy that might be able to stop a pterodactyl is a Fighter's Guild recruit, which we would set down over here, hoping that our opponent can't remove our Preserver of the Root. Wrothgar Forge. That would explain creatures like the giant bat, right? Okay, gonna just kill all the creatures in that lane. Got it. And what's the card from Wrothgar Forge? Okay. So Crushing Blow is lethal if we draw that. Fighter's Guild Recruit. Ungolem. Alright. Here we go. The game ends now, one way or the other, I imagine. They're quick to play something, so it's not looking great for us, is it? There's the Leaf Lurker. Okay, and more card draw. They have a guard creature? Oh, they have the Rapid Shot. Gosh. So we're dead next turn unless we draw something. Fighters Guild Recruit. I think that's game over. Wow. We tried our best. I mean, there's some prophecies, but we're not going to get a chance to... Ooh. Swift Strike. Alright. Well, that was a game with the, I don't know about that. That was a game with the new version of the Scout deck. I hope you guys had fun watching these games. I will see you next time. And don't forget to check out the new video series we're doing from Loser to Legend, where we talk about tips for improving your game. Thanks for watching, guys.